Hey guys, it's Jeff. Hope you're all doing real well today. Sorry I didn't do a video last week, just had an awful lot going on. This is going to be part 5 of the 1/10 scale 3D printed 88mm Flak gun. Yeah, off camera, I put this together, which is the front bogey. Okay, yeah, it's big. I haven't put the tires and stuff on. I've got to get it painted first. But anyway, I wanted to do the back bogey today and get it done. This is quite a few parts. I think between a lot of the parts, like um, these are in two pieces and they're split. These are in two pieces and they're split. The axle is in two pieces and it's split. So you have to glue them together. So there's quite a few parts that are printed in halves. And I had a little cover here that fell. That's not a big deal. Just cover over this will be screwed down eventually. Anyway, let's go down the bench. I'm sure you saw back there that I had the other bogey is done. But anyway, let's go and I'll show you what I did. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay. Here are the parts laid out for the rear bogey. The front bogey is up here. Um, I think there's right around 75 parts in each bogey, so 150 parts, give or take, just in the bogies themselves. The rear bogey is very similar to the front. That's why I went ahead and did the front first to kind of figure out what I was doing. Let me zoom in here just a little bit. This is the frame for the rear, and we've got leaf springs, three leaf springs on each side. Okay, and these are the hangers for the springs. So let's go ahead and get this put together. It's a little bit tricky because the instructions don't really go into a lot of detail. I'm pretty sure this is the correct way. If I don't do it correct, then and I'm off camera, aren't I? Sorry about that, guys. Let's go up here a little bit. I'm gonna have to. Whoa. That's a little better. Okay. If I put this together backwards, then the spacing of the axles is going to be off, and the wheels won't be centered in the fenders. Which all I got to do is take it apart, turn them around. I spent a lot of time going through with the tap and just tapping all these holes to make sure that everything would go together well, and nothing would strip out or anything. I know it's really hard for you to see what I'm doing. Oops. The springs are the same side to side, but they're spaced differently. The springs are longer on this side than on that side. I don't quite have that all the way down. Okay, there's one. And I want to make sure I do them both the same way or they'll really sit weird. I haven't been real happy with the way the rims are coming out. These I'm getting a lot of layer lines in them. I've tried reprinting them a couple of different ways, and I've got another idea to try something a little bit different. But you can adjust the settings in the slicer software that controls the printer to make the layers smaller. It just takes a lot longer to print. I'm going to try a couple of different things. That's the nice thing about doing something like this. You can experiment. I have a few parts that I've rejected because I wasn't happy with the way the parts came out. Okay, now I think got this all pointed the right direction. This will go here. And it does not. Okay, there's a, well, do I have this? That's the correct side. I think that's, no, that's not the way it goes. I'm going to have to check the directions. Okay. I knew I was going to get kind of turned around. Let me check the directions and I'll be right back. Okay, guys? Thanks. Okay, I think I've got it this time. I had reversed a leaf in the bottom spring on one side and it was throwing things off. So I'd had my spacing off just a little bit and it was enough to interfere with, I should put my camera at a slightly different place, I guess. Anyway, that's where it goes. Next thing I need to do is run a screw through here. And a screw through here. I can get it to go. Come on. There we go. Those don't need to be super tight. Okay, and then on this side we have a shackle. I guess that's what that's called. The thick part here goes to the inside and the thinner part to the outside. So we'll do it like this. A little bit fiddly. Come on, get that to start. Here we go. And we'll do this. Okay, there's one side. That's the way the springs are supposed to set. Let's do this side quickly. Put the screws in there. I spent lots of time cleaning up parts, and there's still layer lines, but lots of time cleaning parts and tapping holes just to make sure that the screws all went through okay. Okay, whoop, a little tight. Give it a little, there we go. Our suspension works. Might still be a little tight. There we go. Yeah, not too shabby. Okay. Next thing we have are these. And these will be for the fender mounts, and they will also be what hooks into the gun to lift it off the ground. So I'm not sure front to back here. I want to make sure I get it right. Let me shut this off, check the directions again. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it figured out. I'm going to be looking into getting a different monitor so I can see on what I'm doing. I've got a monitor here now, but it's real small. I can't see the instructions and what I'm recording at the same time. But I'm planning on getting a bigger one so I can have them both on the screen. Anyway, this is the way these parts go. And I've got those backwards, I can tell. Sorry, I'm off the screen. Might have to zoom back a ways. You can't even, or I can come this way. The instructions are pretty clear, but like there's no part numbers. Well, I believe all the parts are named, but when you pick a part up, you got to go look at the instructions and figure out what the name of the part is. That's not right. That's right. That. Let's do this. Let's move this up a little bit. Maybe. Sorry. Back a little bit. You can see a little better what I'm trying to do. Okay, this goes here. On the other bogey, some of the parts you have to glue on. And I glued a part on, and then I realized it was in the wrong place. I almost couldn't get it off. It was a bit of a struggle. This will go here. That glue, the vinyl glue that I've been using, is amazing the way it sticks. The other glue, the Liquitex glue, works really good for small parts. Bigger parts, though, I think the acrylic glue in the tube that I got works a lot better. Okay, one more time. All right, there we go. Okay, that's the mounts for the fenders, and also for the hook on the gun to pick it up. The next thing I want to do is put these fenders on. Now I've run into a little bit of an issue. It's not a major issue, but one of these bolts here sticks out just enough that it interferes. I've got to look at this real quick. Make sure I'm going the right direction again. So I'm pretty sure I'll go to the back. Yep, just let me double check again. I'll be right back, okay? I got to get a different monitor. It's like, okay. I got it sorted out. Little tricky. And I did clearance. There's a little place here where I filed the inside of these fenders to clear. So I've got the screws here. These are, make sure I've got it the right way. I've got the wrong one. Sorry, I'm off camera. This goes like this. I bought some new screws, some more screws. I was running short. And these new screws, the tool doesn't fit real good. They're kind of a little bit tight, but it'll work. Whoops, I think it'll work. That one does. Let's see here. Sorry about that squeaking. I need to lubricate this invoice. The other one started before I went too far. Pretty thin plastic too. I don't want to strip it out. And just clears that bolt that I was talking about. Let's see. Well, there it goes. I bought some larger squeeze bottles. I use those a lot when I'm painting, so I can mix the color I want and then have a pretty good supply. I'll show you in a minute. Because the colors that I want in the paint brand I have, I do not have an exact match, and I probably won't even get an exact match when I do it. But anyway, our axle is straight, and it's in the center. So let's go ahead and do the other side. It's kind of hard to hold this and do all this. Let's get that screw started. Okay. I've got some more plans of printing some other stuff. I think I mentioned it last time. I was thinking about a Puma, that six-wheel German vehicle. I'm also thinking about a Famo on the big half tracks. Somebody suggested that as a companion to this, which I knew the Germans used to pull these around. And I'm still learning. I've been spending quite a bit of time with Fusion 360 learning. I've designed a few parts. I basically take like a model kit part and measure it and try and recreate it in Fusion just for practice. I've had some success. Still learning. It'll get there. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. It's kind of hard. Okay. There's both fenders on. I think it looks pretty big, doesn't it, when you start getting all the pieces on. These here, I might tighten just a tiny bit more. It seems like they kind of rattle. That's better. Okay. There's the basic design. Next thing I want to do is there's a part here I have to glue right here. That'll be part of the brake. I'll glue that on. A lot of the other pieces are going to be glued on, so I'll do them a little bit at a time. This glue, which it's not Tamiya Extra Thin I'm using, it's this here. I think I showed you last time. SCI Grip 16 Fast Set Clear Medium Bonded Solvent Cement. This stuff really works good, but it's a little messy. You got to be kind of careful with it. Put this on. It's kind of a little bit stringy. And this will go here. Just hold it for a second. Okay. That's going to take 15 minutes or so and it'll be pretty much dry. Okay, trying to think the order I want to do things in. These will go here and here. These are they call them shock absorbers. I think they're more like, well, they're like a torsion system of some kind to give the thing a little bit better ride. They go right there. We'll glue those on. Stuff is messy. I've learned to kind of work over a toweling or something because it does string everywhere. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's those. And these, I think, are brake actuators. They're going to be mostly covered with this. They're going to go here. Okay. I'm glad I built one side off camera first, because it did take me quite a bit to figure out exactly how this all went together. And I'm probably going to have to hold this up to see what exactly I'm doing. Hang on a second here. Get things straight. Trying to line the edges up from the bottom. Okay, I think that's good. And then the other side. Making a little bit of a mess. Okay, let's take a look again. Oh, that's not where I want it. And look straight. Okay. And then trying to remember exactly. This will go here. Sits down behind that. And this will go here. I've got to put the screws in the bottom of that. I think those are 3mm pins. This. I've already clearanced the holes and tapped them. This particular part is the winch that's used to pick up the gun and more or less drag the bogey into place. Match the bogey and the gun together. This is going to go. This was actually 4 pieces with this, so 5 pieces here. This goes like this. Okay, and we'll glue that in place. Okay. sure I'm putting their glue where I need it. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. Kind of stringy. Okay. This goes right here. Okay. That looks good. And then we've got this will go here. I'm trying to remember the exact. That's not correct. I think that's correct. This will go here. Everything lined up. Okay, let me glue this. Sorry. Okay. Just a slight bit of glue right here. Sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing. I need to put a little glue on the bottom of this. This isn't like a styrene kit where you've got tabs and things to line everything up. It's kind of a, just got to work it out and see kind of how it all fits. Okay, that's the brake lever. Okay, we're getting there. Just clears right there. And then on this side, we have a couple of things here. This is the end of this. I don't know if you can see. I would love to get a macro lens. Okay, this will go here. And then this will go here. And then this will go to brace it. I could put that on now. Put the end here. And go here. See, I get up close and then you can't see what I'm doing. Just a little ways away. Okay, that goes like that. This. Some of that off of there. This goes here. Just a tiny little bit of glue. Maybe on the end. So that sits like that. Okay. Then this. Whoop, I kind of made a mistake there. Let's see. This should go, okay. Fix it. Thankfully it hadn't set up too much. This will go here. That'll go there. Okay, just some stringing. I can get that later. Okay, that's basically where the winch goes. Like that. And then these go here. And there will be a spool, which I've pre-assembled these. This is a spool of communication cables. There's one goes on each side and one or two on each bogie. This is connected to the communication system so they can all coordinate their firing. But this, and then there's also a little toolbox that'll sit here. So I'm going to leave those off to paint so I can paint underneath them and all that kind of stuff and then put them on. So we've got one of these. Let me back up here. Okay, we got one of these for each side. And let's see if I can do this without knocking things off, since they're still not quite, everything's still drying. I just glue those from the bottom side, should be all it takes. Or if you can't see what I'm doing. I should have that one. And then we have this one. Let's see here. Sorry. Very awkward to pick this up and glue it. I'm just putting a dab of glue on the back side of the fender where it can't be seen. Okay. This one piece here, I've got some of that stuff. This will cover the brake cylinders a little bit. That's about as far as I want to go right now. I'm going to let all this stuff dry. And these will, I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure these sit this way. And then the little toolbox will sit here on both sides. But that's basically done except for the wheels, which I'm going to do some reprinting and see if I can get a little better finish on those. These outside ones here, they just are a little bit rough. I just as soon see if I can make them a little bit better. Also, off camera, I put these together. These are the equilibrators, something like that. They've got a spring inside of them. Okay, and these go underneath the barrel, and I think they kind of compensate for the weight to make it a little easier to raise and lower the gun. But I got those all put together. I'll have to glue them into place, and I'll show you next time. But so I've got the rims for both of them. Let me grab. one, if I could get my hands on it. So here's one, and here's the other. I think I'm a little bit back farther. That's kind of what we're doing. That's the where you tow it. So these will be quite a ways apart once the gun is put between them. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll be back soon. I didn't get to making a video last week. I had a lot going on, and I was pretty stressed about some other stuff. So I did do a little work, but I didn't really put the camera on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy your comments. We'll talk to you real soon, okay? Have a great day. Okay. Bye-bye.